Does your choice of high school make a difference? Certainly, if you are considering college, the statistics bear out that decision made for continuing education after graduation from high school makes a vast difference for your success in later life. And proximity to home, availability of extracurricular activities and sports, or even attending a school with your grammar school friends may not be as important in the long run as they may seem in the short term. And this may be a reason why parental involvement is important, for anyone who has ever seen the impulse purchase choices of a child at the checkout line in a grocery store. In 2018, before a pandemic emergency had closed public schools across the nation, Washingtonian magazine had reported Thomas Jefferson High School in Alexandria, where 79 students graduated, over 3 years, from either Harvard, 11, Princeton, 33, or MIT, 35. And, according to Niche, which recently published a list of the top high schools in the Commonwealth of Virginia, naming 4 located in Fairfax County, and 1 in the city of Richmond, where, surprisingly, in the state capital, students have the lowest scores on the state-administered Standards of Learning test. Not even Yorktown High School in Arlington, named after the town where historically the Revolutionary War came to an end, after the surrender of Lord Cornwallis, came close to the number 1 performing high school, Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology. Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, according to Niche, ranked first among 17,219 schools on the Best College Prep Public High Schools in America list and also topped 8,246 schools on the Best High Schools for STEM in America list. According to their assessment, overall, it is 5th on the Best Public High Schools in America list and 4th for Best Magnet Schools in America. Psychologists have determined that the ability to articulate a clear vision of a future state, essentially mental time travel, or simply planning, facilitates effective leadership, translating into successful results. And, fundamentally, this is the purpose of what military leaders describe as a mission statement, most often expressed in definitive action words, describing the commander's intent, and providing, in quantitative terms, a well-developed picture not only of the threat, but also that which defines success. So, it is not at all surprising that the number 1 magnet public high school in the nation is the Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, where they have implemented a STEM-focused curriculum that culminates with a technical lab project for seniors, offering courses like DNA science, advanced marine biology, automation and robotics, architectural drawing and design, research statistics and AP calculus, and boasting of 15 specialized research labs, ranging from astronomy and astrophysics to oceanography and geophysical systems. At Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology there is no ambiguity as to the unequivocal purpose for that institution, and, according to former Chief Justice Earl Warren, in the landmark decision on desegregation of public schools, he wrote that education is perhaps the most important function of state and local government, and such an opportunity, where the state has undertaken to provide it, is a right which must be made available to all on equal terms. Is it a coincidence that the number 2 magnet high school in the nation, located in Dallas, is named the School for the Talented and Gifted, TAG? And coming in 3rd place, from Redland, Washington, the driving mission statement is clear and unmistakable at the Tesla STEM High School. So, are you ready for some football? According to their official website, Alexandria City Public Schools, KCPS, the most diverse public school division in the entire Commonwealth, and ranked 14th for athletics, serves more than 15,700 students who hail from more than 119 countries and speak 124 languages. And, yet, according to Niche, despite the student-teacher ratio of 15:1, by state test scores, 40% of students are at least proficient in math and 58% in reading. Meanwhile, at least Arlington Magazine found it encouraging that in Arlington Public Schools, KPS, college applications are on the rise in Arlington. And And, in 2022, Arlington Public School seniors collectively reported having sent out 10,583 college applications, a 28% increase over applications from just 4 years prior. But there is a difference between just applying and gaining acceptance, just as there is a large distinction between the quality of opportunities available to students who graduate and move on to far more competitive colleges, granting them a future advantage in compensation and employment in the future. And if you wanted to know where you could go after graduating from a public high school in Arlington, the most popular choices included Virginia Tech, where 218 graduating seniors, or only 12% of the class, had been accepted. UVA was another most popular choice, accepting only 125, or 6% of the class. James Madison, accepting 281 students, or 15%, as well as George Mason University, accepting 235 students, or 13% of the class. Unfortunately, this is only a roll-up of where kids had been accepted, from a total of 1,787 graduating seniors, and it is very likely that many of those accepted at these popular choices for college were, in fact, the very same kids, which is borne out in the statistics regarding the percentages of students who had applied, and were rejected from these popular Virginia state colleges. And, on closer examination, it is an empirical fact that, although Virginia Commonwealth University accepts 93% of those graduating seniors who apply, in Arlington public schools, despite those good odds, like hitting the floor after falling from a chair, as many as 40% of graduating seniors are missing that floor, and are graduating from high school with no real backup plan, after their fantasy future collides violently with reality. Clearly, based upon acceptance rates, the Ivy Leagues, like Harvard, where 96 Arlington students tried, but to which prestigious college only one had been accepted, is not a serious option for Arlington public school kids, regardless of zip code, family resources, or even race and ethnicity, the usual suspects blamed for poor performance in education. And, apparently the most important issue for voters in Arlington and Alexandria are providing mental health training, personal Narcan kits for those who might suffer an opioid overdose, more competitive teacher salaries and choices for kids to participate on extracurricular sports teams, preferences in personal pronouns and, of course, the freedom to use the restroom of their choice. And the community with the most government scientists may never resolve the great mystery as to why their kids aren't getting into more competitive colleges.
This message was approved by Major Mike Webb. Honest.